We are from Group 6 and we'll present you a case study on Stanswiss, a watch manufacturing company and the ethical encounters within its marketing. Your presenters today will be me, Ryan, along with my colleague Yun Yun coming after. So a little bit background on the company. Stanswiss is a luxury mechanical watch manufacturer established since 1896 in Geneva, Switzerland. The offerings of the company were highly demanded by sailors or pilots due to extraordinary precision and the build of the watches back then. Collectors nowadays are fancy of the Stanswiss watches of their aesthetic design and the luxurious reputation as a world-leading luxury brand. The company is also a public listed company in SIX Swiss Exchange as well. So the centric argument for our presentation today will be, should Stanswiss marketing director resign due to controversy surrounding the advert with a statement claiming the Stanswiss watches are as accurate as quartz watches? This particular statement has then invited heavy criticisms and questions on its credibility. Hence, is it necessary for Stanswiss marketing director to resign due to this matter? Let's find out. First and foremost, we first evaluate what will be the possible reasons for the resignation of marketing director. A director resignation would be necessary if the marketing director is proven disqualified in the performance of his duty. Possible reasons within case of Stanswiss pertaining to the marketing director would be the application of false or misleading advertising and unethical advertising. If the director is proven committed to these, then resignation will be necessary or vice versa. Going to the definition of false or misleading advertising, it involves false, misleading, or deceptive information that is likely to cause the average consumer to act in a way they might otherwise not, or leaving out important information that an average consumer needs to make an informed decision, based on definition by Germany Competition and Consumer Protection Commission backdated to 2017. Potential consequences of false advertising range from consumer, business, and employees. Consumers exposed to false or misleading advertising are likely to make misinformed decision-making if without any further research. Dissatisfaction will accompany in the long run when the consumers have acknowledged that they are actually being misled. Businesses will also face authorities' investigation and potential legal cases if issues are being reported and brought to court. Eventually, businesses tend to incur financial losses if convicted, accompanied with jeopardized reputation and trust as well. Employees of the business will then be taking the blames on behalf, which eventually result in unhappy employees, demotivation to work, or even increased turnover. Coming back to the question, has Stanswiss actually engaged in false or misleading advertising activities? So as a luxury watch manufacturer, Stanswiss has a decent build of watches. The company's watches has been certified as chronometers since 1922 by an independent agency. Strict and precisely controlled manufacturing processes ever since. The firm also engaged in in-house production of every single watch component to ensure its finest quality, including vacuum packaging to the customers to ensure the watches are delivered at the finest. On top of that, Stanswiss also offer extensive services to the customers who purchase the watch from partner retailers. The accuracy of Stanswiss watches is highly unquestionable, with those watches verified as chronometers. Chronometers represent the highest level of precision and uniqueness of a timekeeping instrument. It's a guarantee of extreme quality and the know-how applied throughout the production process. It is only attainable via verification of an independent yet prestigious body named as Official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute or COSE, which will practice stringent examination on watches manufactured in Swiss. So hence we can deduce that Stanswiss is not engaging in any false or misleading advertising, since it is evident that watches possess high degree of accuracy based on above findings. We then move forward to evaluate the ethical aspects of the advert. According to an article published by Forbes in 2019, unethical advertising symbolizes the sending of wrong message out to prospect about one's products and services. On top of the misleading delivery of information, it is also examined from the ethical perspective as follows. We came up with 4 pillars of ethical marketing in this context, namely confidentiality, integrity, competence, and objectivity. This represents the etiquette that businesses should practice within their implementation and responsibilities in implementing the marketing strategy for maintaining respective professionalism. Moving forward, we will examine the application of these ethical principles within Stanswiss' advert and marketing strategy as a whole. The watch manufacturer has complied with the principle of confidentiality by disclosing adequate information and weaknesses pertaining to the watch mechanism to its customer transparently. The firm has also fulfilled its obligation of integrity via evidence-backed disclosures pertaining to their products, meanwhile consistently provide educations towards the salespersons when dealing with customers. Competency was also well represented by the company by having their watches being tested by independent agency in spite of self-proclamation. Last but not least, the principle of objectivity has also been implemented via well-designed after-sales services by the firms towards the customers even if they not opted for after the purchase. It is hence deduced that Stanswiss is neither engaged in any inappropriate practices in terms of their advertising. I will therefore pass the floor to my colleague Yuan Yuan to continue with the presentation.
Okay, now let's move on to the consequences of directors' resignation due to the unethical practice. Loss of trust and public confidence. The public's distrust of Stanswiss will increase, corporate public relations will be affected, and in severe cases, the company's share price will decrease and the market credit rating will drop. For example, at the beginning of 2004, two senior managers of Adecco, the world's largest human resource company, resigned, causing the company's shares in Switzerland to fall by 9.8% and the depository receipts in the US by 15%. For a big company as Stanswiss, their reputation is very important. If the market directors resigns because of unethical advertisements, which is bad news for the companies, this would be affect the company's reputation. As for huge cost of regaining trust, outside stakeholders and customers may not trust the company's advertising as same as before, and may not even trust other aspects of the company, such as the quality of their product. For their internal employee, it may also affect the trust of the top management, as well as the trust and confidence of the company. Moving on, as a well-known company, the company's news is easy to catch the public attention. As one of the company's directors, he occupies a higher position in the company, and the personal change information of directors will be quickly spread to the shareholders. They may think that the companies have some problems or troubles, thus affecting the public trust and stock of listed company. The new employee in a company often need time to have a comprehensive understanding of the company, especially for the director level. It takes time for the senior management to take over, and the next successor may not be better than the last one. For the long-serving employees, if the rest of company sees them taking the blame and quitting, it can affect the moral and trust in the company. The resignation of a marketing director who has been with the company since 2007 and has been its marketing director for 10 years. So there is no denying that it is a shock to the company moral. We also analyzed the consistency across Stanswiss strategy, actions, and statements in evaluating the controversy about the advertisement statement. The basic strategy of the company is indeed to make watches to very highest standards of quality and accuracy. The company has also taken pragmatic actions in achieving the strategy statement. The company's products have obtained high-quality certification from independent agencies, particularly in its accuracy and quality of the build. Stanswiss also consistently stressed and the finest quality of product delivery across their manufacturing process, as mentioned earlier. Hence, the marketing statement about the accuracy of Stanswiss watches is adequately backed consistently with the firm's strategy and actions. It is deducted that the director's statement says no violation in terms of ethical practice in marketing. So all in all, the marketing director is proven qualified. In the advertisement, he provides accurate and informative advertising with valid evidence. This advertising is ethical, so the resignation is not required. Otherwise, marketing director resignation will only invite more trouble. No need to mention that he was duly exercised his duties. So here is the references that we used, and thank you for watching.